What if your engine is already wearing out and you can't hear it, see it, or feel it? Right now, the oil inside your engine might still look fine, but chemically it could already be failing. And once that process starts, the damage doesn't show up today, it shows up later as expensive problems you never saw coming. Today, I'm breaking down exactly what happens inside your engine at 5,000, 10,000, 15,000, and 20,000 miles without an oil change, and why that one decision quietly decides your engine's lifespan. Section 1: Why modern oil feels like it lasts forever. Modern synthetic oil is incredibly advanced. It handles heat better, resists breakdown longer, and comes packed with additives designed to protect your engine under extreme conditions. So when people hear 10,000 or even 15,000 miles, it sounds safe. But here's the reality: oil doesn't fail suddenly, it degrades slowly, and your engine keeps running smoothly while protection quietly weakens. That's what makes this dangerous. Have you ever checked your oil and thought, it still looks clean, I'll go a little longer? That's the exact moment most damage begins. Section 2: What happens at 5,000 mi. At 5,000 miles, most high-quality synthetic oils are still performing well. Additives are strong, wear is low, and protection is stable. This is the range where your engine experiences minimal stress from lubrication. It's why modern engines don't need constant 3,000-mile changes anymore. But here's the shift: because everything feels fine, people assume they have more margin than they actually do. That confidence is what pushes oil beyond its safe window. Section 3: What changes at 10,000 mi. At 10,000 miles, the oil is no longer fresh, it's aging. Additives begin to deplete, oxidation increases, and fuel dilution becomes a real factor, especially in short trips or turbocharged engines. Fuel mixes into the oil, thinning it and reducing its ability to protect metal surfaces. The oil may still look clean, but internally it's already losing strength. Some engines can tolerate this stage, but others begin accumulating, wear faster depending on driving habits. Section 4: The 15,000 mi turning point. At 15,000 miles, risk increases significantly. Oil starts behaving inconsistently, too thin in some areas, too thick in others. Additives are heavily depleted and early deposits begin forming. Not heavy sludge yet, but varnish and sticky residue that coat critical components like oil control rings and timing systems. This is where engines begin aging faster than normal, even though everything still feels fine from the driver's seat. Section 5: Why 20,000 mi is a different level. At 20,000 miles, the oil has largely lost its ability to protect. Additives are exhausted, contaminants are high, and acids begin to build. At this stage, oil is no longer protecting your engine, it's circulating damage through it. This is where silent failures begin. Timing chains start wearing faster. Oil control rings begin sticking, leading to future oil consumption. Turbochargers, if equipped, are often the first to suffer due to extreme heat and dependence on clean oil. And here's the dangerous part: your engine can still feel completely normal. Why the engine still feels fine? Engines don't fail instantly, they wear gradually. That's why at 20,000 miles, everything may seem fine. No warning lights, no noise, no obvious problem. But internally, wear is accumulating. And months or years later, it shows up as oil consumption, rough performance, or expensive repairs that seem to come out of nowhere. Bearing wear: the damage you can't see. Engine bearings rely on a thin oil film to prevent metal contact. When oil weakens, that film becomes unstable. Not enough to cause immediate failure, but enough to create microscopic wear every time you drive. Over time, this leads to bearing fatigue, and when bearings fail, the repair is major. Turbochargers suffer first. If your engine has a turbo, the risk increases. Turbochargers operate under extreme heat and rely entirely on clean oil. Degraded oil leads to heat buildup, restricted flow, and internal deposits that shorten turbo life significantly. Many early turbo failures are directly linked to extended oil intervals, variable valve timing (VVT) problems. Modern engines use oil pressure to control valve timing systems. When oil degrades, these systems can clog or stick, leading to rough idle, poor performance, and costly repairs. Often, the issue isn't the part itself, it's the condition of the oil. Sludge formation: the slow poison. Sludge forms gradually when oil can no longer manage contaminants. It restricts oil flow, traps heat, and accelerates wear. Once sludge builds up, cleaning it can be risky because dislodged debris can block critical passages. At that point, repairs become complex and expensive. Section 6: Why some engines survive 20,000 m. Some engines do survive extended intervals, but usually under ideal conditions: long highway drives, stable temperatures, and minimal short trips. But most drivers don't operate under those conditions. Stop-and-go traffic, short trips, and frequent cold starts accelerate oil breakdown much faster. That's why extended intervals aren't universally safe. Section 7. The psychological trap. The biggest reason people stretch oil intervals is simple: nothing bad happens immediately. The engine feels fine, so it seems safe. But damage doesn't show up right away. It builds over time, making it hard to connect the problem to the cause. That delay is what misleads most drivers. Section 8. The two big mistakes after waiting too long. When drivers realize they've waited too long, they often make it worse. Aggressive engine flushes can dislodge debris and clog oil passages. Switching to thicker oil doesn't fix where it only masks symptoms. The right approach is gradual maintenance, not panic fixes.